Hello there, I am Gifty Auntie and welcome to TSP with Gifty Auntie.
Who can deny Gifty?
No.
I don't think anyone shall. Thank you for having me.
And you come again.
And to us, a child is born, a gift is given, and what have you. Merry Christmas to all of you. This is TSP with me, Gifty Auntie, and we say Merry, 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 Merry Christmas to you. By the way, have you donated? It's Happy Feet, the shoes, the children in rural communities. I beg you, 0598 586868. 0598 58686. Please donate, okay? And let's put happiness on the feet of some children in rural communities. This is what the season is all about. It's about giving. It's about how can you have fun during this festive season without giving? So please donate. Anyway, welcome to TSP with me, Gifty Auntie. And today my guest is a younger sister who is doing amazing. I still don't get it. How she found herself where she is when it comes to fragrance, when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to creativity. She actually did my wedding card without me knowing that she's the one who did it. I mean, she just is just out of this world. My guest today is a young woman that you know as Talata, but I call her Roberta Talata. Let's put our hands together as we welcome here. Merry Christmas, sis. Merry Christmas. Good to see you. Finally, you're here.
It's an honor.
It's my honor to have you here. Let's have a sit and then have some conversations. Of course, because Christmas, 3 days to Christmas, this 22nd, 3 days to Christmas.
Yep.
I'm sure you have some ideas for what people get in terms of gifts and all that.
They call me the Christmas queen.
Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. I'll be back, but before that, let me say thank you. Sis, take your seat. Right. Let me say thank you to Amazing Grace Enterprise. They are to the opposite to the fire service. Thank you so much for the fabric. My Christmas dress, I look like a Christmas tree. I love Christmas. I'm the one you call Christmas Bay, and I accept it. I love Christmas. Thank you to Brie Redra for putting together this outfit for me. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to you. My hair is by Avia Hair Collection. They are at Moklabadia on Facebook and Instagram. Follow them. Thank you to the Global for my beautiful makeup. Makeup products by Sigma Health and Beauty, and of course my accessories by The Boy Fashion. We take a break. When we come back, we talk to the Queen of Christmas. Mwah! Welcome back to TSP with me, Gifty Auntie, and it's a special Christmas edition. I know it's 3 days to Christmas, but hey, we have started. We know we started early right here on TSP with Gifty Auntie. Had it not been for the election, would have started it a long time ago. But hey, everything happens for a reason. We say congratulations to the NDC for winning. We say congratulations to Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman for becoming first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana elect. And by 7 January, she is going to be this is an amazing for womanhood, amazing for Ghana, and we wish her the best of luck. Interestingly, 16 years ago, when the Standpoint started, the very first program edition was about women in politics and the need to have a woman as, a running mate to a presidential candidate. And that woman was Haji Halima Mahama, and she was on it, isn't it? God has a way of working around things. But I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to interview Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. I sent the invitation long time ago. Mr. James Ejenim Boateng. Yes, I mentioned your name. And Shamima. I brought the synopsis how many months ago? I'm still looking forward to having given up. Anyway, I say thank you to Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. All you need to do is a deposit a lump sum, and then you receive salary every single month for the rest of your life. It's that simple. You deserve a beautiful retirement. And so please invest in that. The amazing thing about it, and what I love about it, is that every single year there's going to be an increment in the salary that you receive every month. Can you believe it? Yes, that's what happens. And then all you need to do is to call 050-453-4333, 050-453-4333, or visit www.oldmutual.com, or simply, they make it so easy. Just place a call through *789*01# toll free, and you'll have someone to have a conversation with. We say at Old Mutual, Obrapa, Ahoto, and Kwa. Thank you to Kidsville from the 24th to the 26th of December. It's going to be a wonderful time at Kidsville. 15 to 20% discount on everything. And I'm eyeing Roberta because I want to find out if Talata will be running, but we'll talk about that later. But it's 15 to 20% discount, and there's going to be a number of activities. There's going to be face painting, arts and crafts. There's going to be popcorn. There's going to balloon twisting, spinning of the wheel. It's going to be fun, and all these things are free when you buy something from the shop, so it's going to be amazing. When you buy anything above 500, you get to spin the wheel and you win amazing prizes. It's on the Springters Road, adjacent to Noble House, so don't miss it. And we say thank you to Venap Mineral Water, 100% mineral water. It has a balanced pH level, low in sodium. It has all the minerals that, every good water needs to make it wholesome. It's endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association, and we believe in giving back to society. That's touching life and then changing lives and sharing love wherever they go. Kivo Ede. This Christmas, that's all you need. When you need the pepper soup, the hot, pepper soup with the fufu or the jollof or what yam and chicken stew. These are things I used to when we were growing up, my childhood days. Those are the things you eat during Christmas, 25th, we'll have yam and chicken stew. 26th, we'll have fufu and chicken light soup. And then there was a day you will have go to jollof. Yeah, I've forgotten which day. I think that is on 1st January or something like that. All you need is your spicy, hot Kivo pepper. Eshishi. So it comes in all sizes, and all you need in your kitchen is sorted. Your meals are sorted. Your restaurant is sorted. Now to my guest, who is my special Christmas guest. She is Mrs. Roberta Talata Maldima Provincial. She is the founder of Ambience by Talata. I'm sure you've heard the name before, and that is the woman behind this amazing brand. Welcome to TSP with Gifty and Roberta. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so strange when I hear someone say Roberta these days.
That means I know you from way back.
Way back. So there's this funny thing that happens with me and phone calls. Like I'm a grown woman now, and I pick up the phone. Hello, this is Talata, and the person goes, Roberta. Then you know. Well, but thank you for having me. It's such an honor.
It's an honor to have you
to be sitting here with you, because, like you said, I'm your little sister. We know each other from way back. And it's really lovely. You've inspired me so many years. I've looked up to you. A lot of things that we do, it's nice to have someone we can relate to look up to. So it's really lovely. We've come full circle.
I know, right? We've come full circle.
Yes.
Let me ask you, right? When you were designing my wedding card, what did you think? When Auntie Afi brought it to you to do it, what did you think?
Oh, Auntie Afi actually had a little conversation, and we laughed about it, because I was like, ooh, you know what? I'm glad I'm doing it. You didn't come to me, but lucky you, right? Yes, but we did have that
Yeah.
conversation, and she was so fascinated about how small a world it was.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
for me, it was a true honor to
Yeah.
be able
It
to
was,
do that.
yeah.
And yes,
It is a blessing. And, I later I was just telling, Auntie Afi that that's why you added a little twist. Mine was special. And whether they like it or not, it was special. It had to have that little twist. But how has life been for you?
Oh, it's been good. It's been good. So again, we started talking about my brand,
Yes.
Talata.
Yeah.
It's always Talata, and it started off as a design brand. I was working in an event design industry for almost 10 years. But then now when they talk about Talata, it's a totally different thing. Part of it by accident, part of it by intention. But during COVID, as you know, being in the event industry, events were shut down.
Right.
And during that process, waiting for events to come back, we did have a team that we needed to take care of. But during that particular moment, we had a little side business that we used to do with the events, which was a scent-related business, which we used to do scented candles for people's weddings, for wedding favors. So during that downtime when events were shut down, we actually started getting calls from people. Good thing for us. People were stuck at home. We couldn't travel. So they couldn't get all those beautiful Joe Malone candles, etc. But then we had set out right from the beginning to do everything we do world class.
Right.
So for those people who appreciated those finer things, actually had experienced our products, they started calling us. You know what, I got this at an event, do you retail? And at the time we didn't retail, but we said, of course we do. And we had some in stock. At the time, we could only do deliveries for food and medical supplies because of the COVID shutdown. I will not get into trouble for doing this. But we actually will call the food delivery guys, pack a box of candle and let them deliver it to people. People were at home. They needed to liven up the environment. They needed to feel good. And that time was something that started as something totally new for our business. And somehow it has taken over and turned into something completely different now.
That's amazing. That's like taking, advantage of impossibilities to make it possible. Thinking outside the box or creating your own box to work with. Because you could have decided companies shut down, but yours flourished and actually birthed a new whole quote-unquote industry for you.
Yes.
That's a smart one. Well, you've always been a smart girl. You've always been a smart girl. But you worked with the, events, industry for about 10 years, as you said. So now you've moved away from events to did you have to go and study how to make these candles and oils and all that? Because, right now, before I came on set, I had to use one of the oils for my hands. For my hands, and that's, the girl who comes to do massage for me, she came and she said, oh, this is nice. Please, let's use this oil. She abandoned her oil and then uses mine all the time. What went into that?
Okay, so for me, with this brand, again, I make a joke sometimes that I went from the tech industry to design, to doing little bows, and now to more or less the science, chemistry, blending, mixing things.
Did you even study science? Did you do science?
I did study science.
Okay.
And I absolutely didn't like it. If my chemistry teacher saw me today, he would be like, I told you so. But then, yes, I did. But then at the end of the day, for me, in terms of doing business, I worked with the Ghana Embassy in Washington, D.C. for 5 years while I was in school in the U.S.
Okay.
I ended up dropping out of school because I was just too business hungry, but that's another story.
No, we'll tell that story.
During the time that I was out there, I had a unique opportunity to be in the Ghana consulate in D.C., where we from Ghana, we know that there are quality things. There's talent from Ghana. There's amazing things that are being done here.
Yeah.
But every time you end up on the world stage, what is presented from our part of the world is totally different. It's strange how if we would pick, for example, the body oil, since we're talking about what I do, the one that would be out there at the consulate where I was working that was being presented to the world that this is what is from Ghana, you know it's not the best that is from Ghana. We do more.
Right.
So for me, my business philosophy has always been, you know what, make made in Ghana proud.
Okay.
For the lack of a better word.
Right.
So when I came back to Ghana, I started my event design business where we weren't actually doing decor, but we're doing stationery. But we wanted to do something that would be comparable to what people import from outside when we are. And one nice thing that happened, one of the first clients, they ended up not being a client because they didn't believe it. But one of the funny things that happened was they asked me to see samples of what I do. And I couldn't show them physical samples, I showed them pictures. And the answer she gave me was, no, I don't mean pictures you find online. I mean, I want to see what you can do here in Ghana. I didn't get that client because of that comment. She felt we were trying to pass something off, but it was a huge vote of confidence for me in my heart because I was a tech type of girl, and doing invitation, tying bows and everything was something new to me. But I have the love for pretty things. I have the love for putting out excellence. So that is the kind of passion I attached to that. Moving to the industry we accidentally fell into, which is the beauty. Obviously, you always have to study a little bit something. So I do love scents. I always love to, like, you know, try out little thing. My very first salary I got when I worked in Washington, D.C., I went to Macy's and blew it all on perfumes. Fortunately, I was living with family, so I could do that. But I've always loved scent, and it was always a way of finding new ways to do things locally that can compare to whatever it is that you get out there.
Right.
And I'm glad we set out, for example, creating candles for people for their weddings, trying to show them that, you know what, you don't always need to import them from outside. It can be something that is done locally.
Right.
They saw it, they believed in it. And at a time when they couldn't get what they usually get from outside, they called us. And it's that same philosophy that we applied to our body washes, our body oils, everything we created.
Right.
You know, at the end of the day, yes, we've had a little bit of exposure. We know how they do things. Why can't we present what we do here that same way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, from what I'm taking from all that you're saying is, I mean, as an entrepreneur and maybe as a person as well, and being a woman, doubt, disappointment, or lack of trust in your product, on you, you should rather see it as a vote of confidence, as a vote of honor, you know, that, well, it's so good that you can't believe that I've got this. But many an entrepreneur would have been shattered by those comments.
Yes. And sometimes you can even take offense.
Yeah, take offense.
You know what I mean? But you have to be objective and see where they're coming from. When someone picks any of our products and says, are you sure this was done in Ghana? So we are working with one hotel property as we speak, and we are really excited to announce it soon. But we actually went to install our products in the bathrooms, and they asked us, but we hope this thing is made in Ghana. After 5 years, they still ask us that question. And like you said, I've never taken offense when they say that, but it just tells me we still have a whole lot more work to do in showing people this can be done in Ghana. And it's motivation, you know, because every time someone says that, it tells you, well, your work is not done yet, because not everybody knows this can be done in Ghana. So there's more to do. But yes, sometimes you have to approach it from a place of humility. And whenever they say it, you smile to yourself and say, well, it means I've got it, right?
So it's all about the attitude towards it,
all about the
right?
attitude,
And what you allow it to, you know, how the kind of effect you allow it to have on you.
Exactly, yes.
But how has the journey been as an entrepreneur? Some of the challenges. apart from being told that, are you sure? That has been, which you refuse to take offense.
Yes. So being an entrepreneur, especially in our side of the world, is totally different. So I mentioned a little earlier about when I was in Washington, D.C.
Right.
in school. I started my own web design business where I was building websites. Obviously, Africans in abroad, we go to church. So I was building for churches, my pastor's friends' business, and other small business owners who were also like us, who needed like someone smaller, if you would say, to do their work for them. But at the end of the day, the ease with which me as a student who had a full-time job at the Ghana Embassy was able to start that kind of business and run it. And the fact that I had been working for a few years, I did have credit. So you're able to get some kind of capital to put towards your business. Things run a little bit smoother for them out there. I keep on saying the journey on this side of the world is a little different. Very different. And I like to approach things from the positive side. I joked with somebody about how, well, it's not an easy way, but then it helps us build grit. Because recently, when we decided we wanted to go global with our brand, we had done this product that works so well locally. Everybody loves it. And at some point, it was as if we were getting into our head, because they say you could be a local champion, but an international gulu. I don't speak Ghana, but then I know that word. So at some point, we realized that, okay, you know what? We've used Ghana to build the capacity. We've used Ghana to make the brand. It's time for us to show it to the world. Because like when I was out there and I wasn't seeing anything good coming from Ghana, doing it and showing it to just Ghanaians is not enough.
Right.
So at the time we decided we wanted to take it out, I would say the kind of challenges we face when we are building businesses here: lack of capital, lack of belief, lack of respect, for the lack of a better word. It actually all helps build you as the entrepreneur, helps you develop grit. Because when you're out there and you don't have your local fans cheering you on as the champion, it's not as scary anymore.
Right.
You know, it's not as scary anymore. You have more resources. If you want to put up an event, it's easy to just call and things are done for you. Over here in Ghana, if you want to put up something, you have to roll up your sleeves. I have to stand on a ladder and do things. And all those things help build us up. Yes, so it's tough. It's tough. And sometimes when you don't know any other way, it's better.
Right.
So this is how we know how to build business. This is how I wanted to learn how to make candles. I had to go onto YouTube. I had to learn all these things. We don't have the resources locally. I had to order different samples of waxes, different samples of fragrances. Half of them you would never use. Half of them, it's just money down the drain. But all these things build you up. Because at the end of the day, when you get to the place where the doors are open and you have all these resources, basically you are 4 or 5 legs up.
Right.
As opposed to if you had it all cushy all your life, and and again, our story is one of pivoting from events to lifestyle or beauty as a means of survival. So we knew whatever we do, we have to make it work. And when you are presented with a challenge like that, sometimes it helps to look at it as an opportunity, because you know what, when you know you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, the kind of attitude you have towards what you do is completely different. So the journey can be tough, but then sometimes the toughness is what helps build you, and you know that the more you work on it, the more you hit the wall, you learn to overtake, you get up and you go on. You realize that as time goes on, when you hit the wall and you fall down, you get up faster. And sometimes you bump into the wall and suddenly you don't fall anymore. And that is how you have to build the resilience. And yes, because again, if you are starting on this side of the world, it's not the easiest. But then, yeah.
That's interesting because again, what I'm picking up from all this is that as an entrepreneur or somebody with a vision or purpose, you need to know where you're going to. Yes. You need to understand the bigger picture, the dream.
Yes.
And so everything that happens, every challenge, every mistake, what along that is building you up, and you know how to do things better as you get closer to the bigger picture or the goal.
Exactly.
Let me take a break. When we come back, we'll go to it's a Christmas season. It is. What's up with you? She's a Christmas queen, so she's going to. What? I know. I'm going to take a break, but what's your most memorable Christmas growing up?
Ooh. So I had idyllic Christmases growing up, and people on social media now, our social media family is our family. It's like people meet me in town and it's October and they're like, Talata, please, it's too early. You're already playing Christmas carols in October. You're telling us it's 100 days to Christmas. You're doing all that. I grew up in a small town called Akwitia in the eastern region. It was a mining town. It's not as well known as the Obuasi, where the gold, but that was a diamond, capital of Ghana back then. And it was a small town. We had our parents would travel to Accra maybe once a month and bring us really nice things. And we used to look forward to it. But now when I look at it, I find that, we had a dream. We had a dream life. There were tennis courts, there were swimming pools, lawns. We used to play golf courses, But one of the best things about growing up there was Christmas. Because Christmas time, we actually used to have Santa Claus come. They spoiled us a little bit in that small town, you know what I mean? So we used to look forward to that Christmas party every year. And I feel that is what builds the culture for me. It was always something to look forward to because, again, if you're growing up in a small town, you don't have all the trimmings that children who grew up in a big town have. Christmas time, Santa comes, and we get all these toys that we never dreamed we could ever have because we, again, not in a village, but it was a small town. So Christmas was actually a highlight for me growing up every year. It was something we looked forward to all year. Christmas time, we would go and actually cut. So for us, the Christmas tree was not even the artificial ones, because there were the pine trees in the community. We would cut, decorate them, and then look forward to that day on Christmas.
Let me take a break. When we come back, we get to go more into Christmas and some ideas on what to do with the family and loved ones. Well, thank you so much to Yep Cleaning Services. They make sure our environment is clean. Juice time. 100% fruit juices from the farm to the factory to the bottle to the shelf. They do it all, so you can trust the source of this product. We are grateful to Mrs. Oforipoku and the family. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Auntie Vera, I know, Auntie Vera, this is what I know you bring me jollof. That's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. We appreciate you. And then Heaven Zen Garden for the natural plants. As I said, we've had it since, May this year, and they're still flourishing and doing well. So if you need any plants, if you're just like me who loves plants, that's the place I recommend that you go get your flowers. So we'll be back. Welcome back to TSP with a May Gifty Auntie, and my guest is Mrs. Talata. Okay, I've taken a bit. Talata Maldima Provincial, and she is the brain behind Ambience by Talata, and she makes amazing. She doesn't just do the body wear, the body creams and the shower gels and the oils. She does some gift items at how do you call it? Is it something book? You don't call it diaries. You call it
journal.
The journal.
Yes.
The journal, and then the water bottles and the shower. I mean, some beautiful. This Christmas, I recommend you go there and get your loved ones some gifts. It makes everything is in there and something you can keep for very long time. Yes. Why not push my sister's brand? So we are pushing it, but it's the best. Go for it. Let me say thank you to Amazing Grace Enterprise. Yes, they are at Sudu, opposite the fire service. And then this beautiful dress was made for me by Brie Ridwa. Thank you so much to her. And my makeup by The Glow Bar, and then my hair by Ivia Hair Collection. Thank you so much to everyone who's put me together today. And of course, the boy fashion gives me the jewelry as well. Now, Christmas is coming. What are you getting for yourself? I recommend that you go get it for yourself. The one and only Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. All you need to do, just deposit a lump sum into that investment, that account, and every single month you will receive salary for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding, for the rest of your life. And the beautiful thing is that every single year there's an increment. Some of you can be, we've been working for years, no increment. But God, don't let my staff come and ask me for increment. But that's what happens. With Old Mutual, you get every single month, every single year, there's an increment. And all you need to do, call 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com or simply put a call through *789*01#. And you'll get somebody to explain everything to you and take you through the process, and you'll be making one of the best decisions for yourself. Obrapa ahotokwa. Kivo hospital. So listen, all you need to do is get your sachet this festive season for your meals. Don't miss out on Kivo. They come in various sizes for your home, for your parties. You just know how to use it. And it's tasty, it's spicy, and it's hot the way you like it. Don't make that mistake of not going to Kidsville this festive season. From the 24th of December to 26th December. Fun throughout every single day. Face painting, art and crafts, popcorn, balloon twisting, all free. All you need to do is to shop there. And even that, the shopping attracts 15 to 20% discount on all items you buy. There'll be, spinning of the wheel. When you shop 500 cities in the bath, you put your money in there and it's going to be exciting. I'm not going to miss it, so don't miss it. See you there. And of course, Venom Mineral Water. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to all of you. All our sponsors. Venom Mineral Water has a balanced pH level, low in sodium, has the minerals endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association, and they always make sure that they give back to society. This Christmas, they're doing a lot, and we say thank you to them. Now, we've talked about growing up and the Christmas. As an adult, what excites you about Christmas?
Well, as an adult, basically, when it comes to Christmas, that's the time that everybody gets to let their hair down. And
do you?
I do. I do. Especially now that I have children. And we all know the Lord is the reason for the season. So we need to remember not to forget about that.
Right.
But for some of us as well, Christmas also means a time where our business gets to shine the most.
Right.
So for the Ambience by Talata brand, again, with the intentionality with which we built the brand, we are so grateful about how the market or the Ghana public has received us.
Right.
They've received us to the extent that the product is something that they are so proud of.
Yeah.
Gone are the days when what people looked forward to getting are those Christmas hampers with the things from Marks and Spencer and all those imported things. But it warms my heart every Christmas when we have people coming in and picking our products, because when someone gives something to someone, it's something they're proud of.
Yeah.
We actually have people who come in and they probably don't use the product themselves, but they feel, okay, this is special and I want to give it to this special person. And it is a proud moment for us all the time. I'll keep on saying that our business is very busy in January because a lot of people discover us during Christmas when people give our boxes to them. That this is a beautiful gift, enjoy it. And it's a huge vote of confidence for us because it tells us that, we are doing something locally And we generally don't like things that are done locally, but we've been able to elevate our shea butter, our baobab oils, and local artistry to a level where it's become one of the coveted Christmas gifts. So yes, I love Christmas from childhood, but then this also helps.
Right.
You know,
you need the money. You have kids.
This also helps. So at the end of the day, Christmas time is really busy for us because we are packing all these boxes, and we do enjoy it. It's like my love language is gifting.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm in a business where I get to spend your money to execute my love.
Love.
So it's always a special time for us to see how people are giving to other people, showing them they care, thanking them for everything they've done.
Yeah.
But for us, it's a deeper purpose,
right,
to be able to be proudly present something that was made in Ghana, and suddenly it is more appreciated than what other people import. They buy the dove from the shops to use themselves, but then they buy the ambience to give us gifts. It's a big thing for us.
It's a big thing for you. And let me take the opportunity to say thank you, because you've sponsored us, you know, in the past for anniversary programs. I remember last year when we had the, you know, the conference, you know, you what I love is you just custom made everybody's name, and that's what excited them. Everybody had their name for it. And prior to that, we also had you know, sponsor Women Call to Worship, and we are really, really grateful. So when you say your love language is giving, definitely it is. But now let's talk about, you know, family, and not just your family, but the season. How important is that for, you know, you've talked about growing up, you know, with a family, how you go. How important is it for parents, for family to spend time together during this festive season?
Okay. Well, not just the festive season. I have been blessed by accident. Again, I have a lot of blessings. And I need to stop saying accident, but because they are probably divine favor. I've been blessed to have adopted a lifestyle where I haven't had a nanny in my home for a couple of years now. My son turned 5 this year, and when he was born, I had to bring in someone to help take care of the child. But then as he grew and became a little bit more independent, I found that as a busy entrepreneur, sometimes we lose sight of the importance of being there with our children. And although it wasn't by choice, I found myself in a place where I didn't have someone I could trust at home to leave the children with. So for me, I have at every place of business of mine, I always have a little space, be it in a corner in my office or an extra space in the office where my children come home from school. They get to have lunch with mommy. Well, not all the time, but at least mommy can smell what they are eating. Yes, we're able to do homework together. They get to also see me work. And as a result, my 2 daughters have actually also started their little business, which we agree we are not going to compete. So they make lip glosses. It means I could never go into that business. But they make bar soaps and lip glosses because they see me working. They actually come into the workshop sometimes, see us mixing products and putting it together. And it's building that, that kind of characteristics in them, where they are like, you know what, we see our mommy doing it all the time. There are some children that you ask them, what do your mommy do? And they say she doesn't work because they don't see what their moms do. So for me, I'm able to spend this time with my children, and I'm not leaving it to times when I don't have to work to be able to spend time with them, because it makes so much of a difference how much time we spend with the children ourselves. It's not everybody who has the luxury to be able to take their children with them to work. I understand. But for me, a time like Christmas is when we if we have the luxury, should put everything down and teach our children the importance of family, the importance of taking care of each other. And obviously, again, the reason for the season is the Lord. So that is also the time where you can imbue some of your own values into your children. So for me, yes, I love the gifting. It's big for me, but yes, it's more of a meaningful moment than just the gifts.
You know, you just spoke to me. You just spoke to me because I'm in the same situation. It's been a year and some months since I've not had a nanny, and it's just me and my daughter, and it's hard. And every time I'm asking myself questions, I'm like, right now you saw it, she's in studio right from school. She came in, so that's why you didn't seem to have a problem with that at all. Because I didn't know this. Because you do that, and I'm always like checkmating myself, asking myself questions. But then this is a confirmation that it's actually okay.
Yes. And we are building something in them. We are building them seeing us as their mothers, being strong women, being leaders.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us didn't get to see that with our moms. We saw our fathers in certain positions. And yes, it is good for our sons to see their dads doing. But then the daughters don't tend to get the opportunity to see their moms do so much. By the time we get back home, we are tired. We have to take care of them and all that. So if they get a little glimpse of us working, I feel we've already bumped them up a little bit on their journey to life, because they know it's possible for you to be the caring mom there who gives them a bath, who they can order around and be like, today I want egg and sausage. But then they also see you be boss.
Yes.
So they know it is possible to be both, which I feel for me is something very important that I'm able to have the luxury to do for my children. Not everybody has, so it's a blessing, if you ask me.
If you find yourself in that situation, there's nothing really wrong with that.
Exactly.
Just make the effort to do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you. So how is 2025 looking for you?
Well, 2025, we are excited because 2024 has been a really grueling year for our brand, for me personally, for my family. I have been away a lot 2024 because we, again, embarked on this journey of taking what we've created locally out to the world. So October this year, after all our hard work, we finally managed to launch on Amazon.com. Which now tells us that we are truly global because anybody in the world can order from Amazon, get their product overnight. If you're in the US or even if you're in the UK, anywhere else in the world, we can finally say that there's a Ghanaian brand. We are not the only Ghanaian brand on Amazon, by the way. There are some who went before us, but we are happy to be one of those. Slowly getting to the point where, yes, it's not only in Ghana that we are fascinating people, but then we are actually showing the world that, okay, this is what comes from our part of the world. So we are excited about that. And we are really looking forward to what that would look like for us in the coming year as we try to expand and reach more homes, not just in Ghana, but everywhere else in the world.
And your personal goal for 2025?
My personal goal is to be able to be more present with my own self, because I feel that over the time, women, we tend to think it's selfish to look inward and try to take care of ourselves. I feel a little exhausted. I was telling a little coach recently how before a program we went to, he sent some work for us to do, and he told us that we should not settle for perfection, sort of, but always strive to do more. And I told him how somehow it gave me anxiety because I was like, oosh, at some point you want to feel like I'm good enough. I've done enough, I've achieved enough, and we tend to push ourselves. And I think I have pushed myself a lot in the last few years. So my personal goal, one of my personal goals, is to be able to be there for myself, because when we take care of ourselves, we're able to take better care of those around us. And for me, I think for 2025, one of the big things that I want to do is pause a little bit and take care of Roberta.
So help you God.
Yes.
So help
me
you God.
Yes.
So help you God. Thank you so much for coming to share.
you.
Congratulations on
Thank
all your
you.
achievements.
Thank
So
you.
won't you tell me about the hotel project? Won't you say?
It will come out by the new year. By the new year, you walk into the hotel and you see us everywhere.
Okay.
But for me, again, that is a huge vote of confidence for us, because it's been easy for us going into places in Dubai.
Yeah.
We currently are sending Dubai Ladies Club. They are using our product in all their bathrooms. We go to all parts of the world and they are excited. So it's sometimes hard when locally we are not appreciated that. But this particular property has, again, picked us up and like, you know what, you are made in Ghana and we are going to do this with you. So it's really exciting and we can't wait to share more about it. We can't wait.
I'm very proud of you.
Yes, thank you.
We have this little token for you.
Bless.
You are always given. So this is from Old Mutual.
Yes, that's
just
really
a little
lovely.
package for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy it, and we'll pop in there. Actually, I have a diffuser from you, but my the room thing is, how do you call it? The scent is finished.
Yeah, we need to take care of that.
Please, you need to. I'll show you.
Thank you so much for my gift. Yes,
and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And I want you to look into the camera and give your message, in summary, your wishes to the Ghanaian public who know the product and may not know you, and do not know your journey.
Yes. Well, I for the longest time, I have said the product speaks for itself. So we try to let the product lead, but I've also been told sometimes we need to tell the story.
Yes.
So I try to do a little better to tell the story. And what I would say is, when we tell the story, we encourage other people for them to know what is possible. I keep on telling you, since you're calling me Roberta, I'll call you Sister Nana. How growing up, I've always looked at you, even when I was not in the country. Every time we switch on the news media, we see you and I'm like, I know her, and when we see other people we know, other people we can relate to doing things, it encourages us. So one of the assignments on my heart is to speak a little bit more about my story and show young women that with patience and persistence, you can achieve a lot. But patience is the key, because it doesn't happen overnight. I have been in business for 15 years, doing so many different things. I have failed in some businesses. My events business, I wouldn't call it a failure. It was shut down, but it probably wasn't exactly where God wanted to take me. And there are some times when they say every setback is a setup for a comeback. It's not a cliche, but then you should always look out for the silver lining and see where you are being directed to go next. Because as long as you put your heart into it, give it your best, and stay consistent and be patient, it will pan out in the end.
It will pan out in the end. So help us God. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll be back with a bit of me. Yes, it's a festive season. It's a time where mothers of women get busy cooking up a storm, bringing family and loved ones together. There's the season that women spend their time doing anything and everything for everybody, but hardly take care of themselves. Hey, mama, what's it going to be? Are you going to do something nice for yourself this festive season? You deserve it, Do it without feeling guilty. Self-love is not being selfish. It's putting you first. For you have heard it over and over again that you can't give what you don't have, but you don't believe it. But honestly, you can't give what you don't have. Don't kill yourself trying to please everybody. If you can outsource, do it. If you can hire a cook to come and do something this festive, do it. If you can go for a walk, do it. Whatever you do, make sure you, this year in particular, this Christmas in particular, you as a woman, you put yourself at the center of it. Have fun. Learn to laugh. Learn to let your head down. Let the past go. Look forward to better things, greater things. The year's coming to an end. It doesn't have to be big things. Let people have the way they celebrate, but celebrate Christmas the way you know how to do best. And don't forget to give back, no matter how little it is. Put a smile on the face of someone by putting a smile on your face. I remain a woman with super crazy faith in God, who loves Christmas like nothing else, but I promise that I'm going to have a wonderful time this Christmas. It doesn't matter. Maybe watch a movie. Maybe have a drink. Maybe have a walk. Or whatever it is, I'm going to make sure, for once, I'm going to put myself first. See you same time next week. Bye for now.